What is going on, guys? Happy Sunday. Oof, man, the weeks go by. We are 3 weeks away from Christmas. Amazing how quick it goes once Thanksgiving hits. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? Thank you, Chase, for the super sticker. Much appreciated, my friend. Let's see. We'll say hello to, we got Totally Mission, Collectibles, Linda Knowles, Jeremy Knapp, Hop Hunter, Chase's Kingdom, Anthony Blaze, Auntie Audie is there. Ben Sweeney, Christina Payne in the house. Hello, everyone. Hopefully, everyone's good. We have a special guest, Headless Ned Stark, going to join me at 10 o'clock. You definitely want to stay for that one. Collectibles, pops, NFTs, hot toys. Who knows where we'll go. So we have that. We have some unboxings from Zobi, and I'm going to open up all three of the Pop Deluxe Call a Movie moments from Walmart. So if you've not seen them, you're going to get a chance to see them up and close. What else do we have? Whatnot mystery boxes up again. So if you want to check them out, all double value mystery boxes up on the Whatnot page, 25, 50, and then there's only one box left of the anything boxes. All I could do was 4 more of them, and there's 3 of them already gone. One more goes as well. Also, if you are a Patreon, the new video will come out next week. I didn't get a chance to do that. But a surprise for Patreons this month, if you are in the $10 plus tier, you will get one of these. Also, people that buy the Anything mystery box and a couple of the other mystery boxes, if you buy a mystery box, you will also get one of these. It is a pin. And normally I only do 1 pin a year because the other pin got messed up, etc., etc. Anyway, we had another one made this year. And here it is. It is designed by Mr. Collected, as I normally have them done. It is the Luau Stranger Things as Steve from Stranger Things. So there you go, kind of a Stranger Things pin there. Now this one is the regular. I think it's regular. Is it regular? This one's regular. But there is a glow in the dark and there is a glitter version. I kind of like how the lights are in the background like that. But so if you're a Patreon at one of those levels, you will get one of these. And if you buy any of the mystery boxes from the Whatnot up now, one of the pins will be in those boxes. The anything, the 2-pop and the 4-pop mystery boxes, they will be in those. So we have that. And speaking of Stranger Things, I will show this to people that love autographs, right? And people that follow Dark Parlor Originals. They have done Dustin. They are doing Lucas. Not done yet. Millie Bobby Brown has done a lot of signings. There is one person that, well, there's a couple that are very hard to get. There's no doubt about it. But there is one that's been very elusive. And this week, he actually is signed up and going to do an autograph signing with SWA. I will show it right now. Here we go. It is none other than Joe Carey. So Joe Carey does not do a lot of signings. In fact, if you go on eBay right now, an autograph Funko Pop from him is anywhere from $600 to $800, right? He is doing it. Also, Sadie Sink from Stranger Things there as well. But I don't think his pops were available. $75 to get his autograph. Now it's SWA authenticated, which is just as good as Beckett, everything like that. They did the big autograph signing with Robert Downey Jr. I don't think there's any pops. Yeah, the pop is sold out, but you could still send in your item or get a photo signed by him. $75. You can't beat that. Not to mention, you could add a character name. You could have him sign Steve for $105. You could get it personalized if you want that. You could do a quote if you even wanted that. What's a quote? A quote's kind of pricey though. A quote's like $75, double. But so there is Joe Carey. Awesome autograph. Sadie Sink also available. She's $75. And I'm going to guess her autograph Funko Pop is as well sold out. But if you want them, you can do send-ins for them. Great opportunity to build up your Stranger Things autograph collection if that's what you're doing. So some cool stuff. Hello, Tills Pops. Arcade Pop. Hoppin' Son Pops. Always keeping it popping, keeping it rocking. So I thought I'd share that one with you. Just something that I'm into. SWA, great thing. They did the Robert Downey Jr. signing. Awesome. Also, a very huge autograph signing went up this past Monday on Twin City Comics. Another person that does not do a lot of autograph signing sessions, that is Harrison Ford. Send in for Harrison Ford. It's not cheap. It's along the line of Robert Downey Jr. It's about almost a $900 autograph. But if you're an autograph collector like myself, like some other ones, like I think Clint Franchise Kicks brought it up as well. On autograph pop, $900. Harrison Ford, it's worth the money. It really, truly is. But if you want it, you can go get that. All right. So we went over that. Also, all right, got that. Also, we'll do this real quick because you're going to see a video from me. You've seen a couple videos throughout from different YouTubers have done about the new drop. So here it is. The new drop is the Drop Monsters. They come out this Tuesday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern time. I will do a video. You will see it. I will open 10 crates, and it will be on Tuesday morning before the drop. So you'll see it Tuesday at 6:30, and you'll get to check out one of these monsters. You see I opened them already because there I have a special little monster sitting up there. Very, very cool. It's something different. The same thing. I think they're $9.99 a crate. You get one monster. Every single one is individual, but there's different traits. There's grails, legendaries, etc. like that, traits that make them very special. So definitely check out the Drop Monsters this Tuesday. And next week, we have got Funko is back at it again with Elf. And a lot of them, actually. There are, what is it? 6 total redeemables in this one. So you have the royalty, you have the grail, and honestly, looking at them, the grail is the most undesirable of all of them because I think there's Leon, which is the snowman. There's Buddy when he's sitting there eating the spaghetti. Now, how that looks in a pop form, we'll have to wait and see. There's Jovi, and there's Mim Mim. I think there's one other one. I think there was one other one. Anyway, they look pretty cool. It looks like a cool set. How popular it will be, I don't know. I don't know. But I think it's very cool. So I thought I would share that one with you guys. Very cool. Again, Drop Monsters. You will see my video come out as I partnered with Drop in a sense. So you'll get to see that early Tuesday morning, and then you could go get them later that day. So, all right. Favorite company, Zobi. This is the Zobi autographed. I think it's bi-monthly or monthly autographed 8x10 subscription. So I go in and out of this one, and I think I went into this one because it's Road Trip. I love Road Trip. If you've never seen Road Trip, I highly recommend you go check it out. And I don't know who it is. It looks like it's a Zobi certificate of authenticity. It is. So it is Kyle. I figured it might be. There is Kyle right there. Great movie if you've never seen it. Breckenmeyer, a couple big stars from back there in the 90s. But really, really funny. Obviously, you have almost like the Steve Stifler. DJ Quills is there. So very cool movie. Or is that? No, that's DJ Quills. All right. I don't know why I thought that was Kyle. This is Kyle right here, which is DJ Quills, and that is who autographed it. So very cool piece. I still need him for my American Pie autograph stuff, but I digress. He's a tough one to get. I just haven't found him for the right price. Also, I've made a determination. We are going to do the big $2,500 mystery box on New Year's Day. So New Year's Day, you will be able to see that. The first of the year, we kick it off with the biggest mystery box we've ever done and the biggest mystery box we ever will do. Ooh, there you go, guys. Totally Mitchin Collectibles. Grab a 4-pop mystery box. Double value, all exclusives, guys. So 2 pops, $25, $50 plus. 4 pop is $50, $100 plus. And in each one of the box runs, there's only 5 boxes of each one. There's a double up, which means if you hit the double up, you get another $100 mystery box. So your $50 can actually get you $200 in pops, all exclusives. So very cool. Ooh, arcade. I just put together a Snorlax Lego set. Oof, quick in the Legos. Gotta love it. I actually need you to come over here quick. I have the Home Alone house I was going to try to put up by Christmas. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's next year. Anyway, all right. Let's open this one up. Walmart So we all talked about this a while ago. These Pop Deluxes and the Christmas theme. Were they exclusive? Were they not? Apparently they were exclusive because they went up last week on Walmart. And wow, these things are big. They are big. Oh, all right. Let me get the first one. These are massive. And obviously, you can get the box. There we go. All right. So the first one, they come in the acrylic case, just like these are pretty cool. So it is the Pop Moment Deluxe. And the first one up is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So you get 4 pops. It's $50, but when you think about the pops, I think it's pretty cool. You get the background, the acrylic case is there. Very, very cool. I like this one a lot. There's National Lampoon's. There you can sort of see the back of it. These things, they're big. Now, honestly, Home Alone, this is one I was not going to get, but I thought I would get it just to complete all of them. Speaking of Elf, there is Elf. Now, granted, it's a great scene from the movie, but yeah, I don't know. I just went with it to complete it. But, I mean, it's Christmas. I like it. It's cool. There you can see the back there. And then I thought National Lampoon's would be my favorite, but I honestly think this one is my favorite. And this is why. There it is. It's Home Alone, right? So the cool thing is, though, the door, the rope is actually real. I don't know if you can see it. The rope is actually real. It's not a picture. And it's not like a picture in the background. Those are actually little bitty, like raised frame little things. So I think that just makes it so cool. One of the best. That's awesome. So like them, love them. You know, I like them a lot. I think they're very cool. Very, very cool. That's almost like a playset, the Home Alone one. You're right, it is. They're cool. If you want them, they're at Walmart. They're $50. I think they might even be on Walmart.com. Yeah, quick's down to come build. I like it. And with that one, I mean, the Home Alone house. I bought the house. I bought the glow light up brick set for it that makes it light up, and I bought an acrylic case from like overseas to get it. So I haven't had the time to put it together. It's just sitting right over there. Ghostbusters, that would be a very cool one. All right. Well, I will take this quick time to, there is Templar Pops. What is up? To thank all the patrons, the channel members. Again, the new video will be out. If you are a channel member at the $10 plus tier, you will get the brand new Luau Stranger Things Steve pin. You could get a common, you could get a glitter, you could get a glow in the dark, but they will all come. And if you buy a mystery box, you will also get one of the pins. And thank you to all the patrons and channel members. This video, yours. again, thank you to all the channel members, the patrons. I truly do appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, moving on. We have one more box to open up. We have giveaways to talk about, what's coming up next week and all that good stuff. And Headless Ned Stark going to join me at 10 o'clock. All right, so here we go. Zobi. Bi-monthly, keep in mind that one. Bi-monthly boxes. This, I don't remember. It's either horror or pop culture. But you can see some of the other ones that they do. Video coming from the Black Friday boxes. I haven't got all those, so I can't do that one quite yet. So let's see what we got. You know, Zobi is my favorite, especially ever since Bam started to do these cards. I think it's absolutely shit. It is what it is. I'm hard on Bam. I know I am, but it just irritates me. All right. Here we go. Let's see. For the love of Carnage, the Messiah. Yeah. That one's not ringing a bell. We've got, so I'm going to guess it's horror. I guess this is like a wood coaster, burnt in wood. Grandma's gingerbread seasoning. Belly's Bakery. I don't have any idea what that movie's from either. We have a sticker. Actually, I think I have 2 stickers. That's Krampus, I bet. I bet I'm right with that one. At least I got one. All right. Let's see. And the autographed is, ooh. So this looks like it's from Damien Leon, and this is Terrifier. A lot of people talk about this movie, Terrifier 1, Terrifier 2, and then there was an original one. I've seen it. I've seen 1. I have not seen 2 yet. It is gory. 2 is like 2.5 hours. I mean, it is just very different. It's gory. It's just, it's freaky. There's no doubt about that. I think let's start a pop collection for that. But there it is. It looks like it is signed by Damien Leon, who I think is the guy that created Terrifier. Hand signed by the director of Terrifier 2, Damien Leon. There we go. So you can see exclusive coaster inspired by the Gingerbread Man from 2005. Exclusive t-shirt inspired by Sleepy Hollow. I don't really consider Sleepy Hollow necessarily a horror movie, although it was really, I enjoyed it a lot. Then you have your oversized stickers from both of them from Krampus. And the autograph, so not bad. And then the T-shirt. So I mean, not a bad box. Very good autograph. You know, I'd say it's kind of sought after thing. At least I think so. Anyway, all right. Let's get to say giveaways. Boom and boom. And let's go here. All right, YouTube comments. We have 49 comments. This week, we have head-to-head, wheel, mystery box, give thanks. Again, what I do is I take the $30 or $40 and I donate it to Toys for Tots. So, $30 PayPal credit or Xmas, surprise me. That's what we got. And winner number 1, where did I put my pen? Winner number 1, I be poppin' CA. I be poppin' CA. Hit me on Instagram at _Luau_23. We always love to do that in pop drunk style. Hopefully you're like me and you miss Ed and Heather. Maybe we'll get more videos. Who knows? You never know. And we pick our second winner is going to be, it goes out to Wayne Deacon from the UK. So Wayne, hit me up. Let me know. I'm sure you'll probably take the PayPal credit because it's a lot easier that way. But you just never know. Shouts out to Wayne Deacon. Also, shouts out to Ryan Milky. Always one of my favorites. Willow starting, guys. Wrapping up Lord of the Rings. And Willow coming out. And we'll probably definitely talk to Headless Ned about that one. I have not watched Willow yet. I have not gotten to it. I did finish Lord of the Rings. Fabulous. Loved it. And actually, my wife got into Yellowstone. I've never watched Yellowstone, but I can tell you Yellowstone, absolutely fantastic. We're through season 4, I guess. Season 5 just started, so I haven't done any 5, but we did 4. Very, very good show. Kevin Costner's fabulous. The scenic, the very, very well done. Like that one a lot. All right, there are the winners, and let's see, what do we have coming out? I liked Yellowstone. I think Yellowstone was cool. Very, very good. Very good. I like binging stuff. I like watching it, so I like multitudes of them out. You know what I mean? So Willow might be one where I wait till there's a few episodes out and then do it. I did that with Andor. I waited till literally Andor was episode 12, and then I watched all of Andor in like 2 days. I liked it a lot. But I started Wednesday. We watched episode 1 of Wednesday. I liked it. I will continue watching it. I thought Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia was good. I did not like Gomez. I also did not like Pugsley a lot either. I don't know. And Lurch kind of looked kind of freaky. But anyway, it's more about Wednesday. I get it. So I only watched episode 1. This is just my initial thought. I thought she's fabulous. Dark. I mean, I dig it. I dig it. All right. What else do we have coming up on the channel this week? So tomorrow we have a $325 Ralphie's Funhouse, as I wear the shirt. Funko Grail Mystery Box. That will be tomorrow's video. And then Tuesday morning, you will see my Drop Monsters opening video where you see me open 10 monster crates. See if you like them. All individual, one-of-one type figures, different characteristics. Pretty cool. You can make them as your avatar. That is Tuesday's video. Wednesday is one of the best ones because it's collectible swap time, guys. You will see my collectible swap video, and you will see this man's collectible swap video. Big Dog Dave, you saw him live 2 weeks ago. I tormented him heavily on this collectible swap. I mean, heavily. Hopefully he does the video and you can see, and he tells you a little bit of the story. He had no idea who it was, but I knew things about him, and I throw things out there, and I really creeped him out. I mean, almost to high levels. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. But you will see the collectible swap video Wednesday, and you will see all of them Wednesday, Thursday, I think Friday. 3 days of them. So shout out to Mama J and the whole group that does that one. Remember, if you want to be available in the next collectible swap, we do about 4 a year. Hit up Mama J, the Rue Crew, Caitlin from Caitlin's Collectibles, Arts Collectibles, and they can help you out. Let's see. Thursday, we actually have a short What's in the Luau's Funko Grail cabinet, another episode of that. You'll get to see a bunch of stuff there. And then Friday, Funko Soda's 3 liters. So what do I think of Funko Soda 3 liters? And we opened 2 of them. Yeah. So that's basically the week's of videos. And get rid of that. And let's see if I can get rid of that. Boom. All right. So as we always do, there's 6 minutes that you guys can ask me any questions, things you want to talk about. The floor is yours before our special guest, Headless Ned Stark, comes to join us. And moderators, please link his YouTube channel, and please go over and check him out. Give him a subscribe, watch his videos, and the stuff he's doing with Ryan for the, you know, all the stuff, the shows and the reviews and everything like that. So it's a lot of fun. The Big Boy Mystery Box. The video is actually filmed. You will see it on New Year's Day. So I will tell you, it came from Fugitive Toys. There were 6 pops, and it was an overvalued mystery box. I can also tell you that none of them are keepers for me. No. They're cool. There's some cool ones, but not keepers for me. Did I get the Iron Man drop from GameStop? I did not. No. I didn't get that one. I don't even remember that one. Well, so what we do with the $25 and $50 mystery boxes, guys, is on Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, you will pick your box number. So we'll do it live on Whatnot. If you're there live, you pick your number, and it goes by whoever bought it first. So the first buyer of that box picks their number. They have about 5 minutes. If they're not there, then we move to the next one, and so on. And we open it up, and yeah, whoever is behind box 1 or 2, you'll get to see what pops you got, the value of your box, and if you got the double up. So that's what we'll do. It is hard to find keepers for me. I'm not going to lie. It's very hard. There's not any that I really am after. I'll be quite honest. There's some that if they come, I would keep. But yeah, I mean, other than Glow Wazowski, which was not in that box, and I won't pay that kind of price for it. But I am tough. I'm tough. There's not a set out there that I'm necessarily out to complete. This past year I put a lot of them together that I really loved, from the OG Matrix to Coraline, which is incredible. I love the Coraline set. I hopefully we get more Coraline down the road. But yeah, there's not, there's not. It's tough. We need a full list. It is tough. I'll be quite honest with you. There's not a set out there. Like ad icons, I'm not huge on ad icons like I was. The McDonald's stuff really did me in. I actually did buy a 10-inch pop, though. I said I would never do that until the Blueberry came. I took it back because I bought the Glow 10-inch Darth Vader. But I got it to take it out of the box. I'm going to probably take it out of the box and put it somewhere as a display piece. So there's that. I toy with Stranger Things, but I think some of them are just too old. So I think I'm very selective of the Stranger Things ones. And now I'm after the autographs. So Sadie Sink, Joe Carey, I have Dustin, Lucas is coming, I have Millie Bobby Brown. So I have to get Finn Wolford, and then the other ones, which are kind of hard. There's a few that are tough. They don't do many signings. So we'll see. And I did get a Harrison Ford too. So I'm sending a Star Wars Funko Pop off to Twin Cities to have Harrison Ford autograph it. So that'll probably sit back here in the case with like Robert Downey Jr. Big time like Grail. And autographed the Office Pops. So I'm down to really the 3 big ones: Helms, Krasinski, and of course Carell, which are all tough to get. I love the Stranger Things ones. I just think it's so far that I'm just picky. I'll pick certain characters, and if I can get the whole like group autographed, that would be really cool. That would be my goal. The girl that plays Robin, and the other ones are tougher ones to get. So, but we'll see. You never know. Dark Parlor may even do a signing with him. And no one thought Joe Carey would ever do an autograph signing session. Now he's doing it, and people thought he was going to be really expensive, and he's not. He really wasn't. For $105, I forget, I think I paid $140. I got the pop, autographed by him, and character name. So can't beat that. All right. Are we ready for our special guest, Headless Ned Stark? Please, moderators, link up his channel. Go check him out. Watch his content. Watch the stuff he does with the milkman, Ryan Milky. And here he is, Headless Ned Stark.
What's up? How you doing, man?
What's going on, my friend? How are you?
Oh, dude, living the dream, man. Every day, right?
Well, I think you've been busy. You were at a con this weekend?
Yes, I was at GalaxyCon Columbus, and I got to meet Rosario Dawson. And I'll tell you what, man, I've met a lot of actors and actresses, and she's definitely in my top 3 as far as interactions go.
Yep.
I got the pop right here, actually. There you go.
Ooh, that's a cool one.
And she did a solid and gave me a nice little quote from Mandalorian there. Yeah, so yeah, she was awesome. I actually just dropped the video earlier tonight about the experience, and it has like I talked to her for a good like 3.5-4 minutes, and so I had that all on the video and stuff. But yeah, she's just awesome. So it was a long wait.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, I did a photo with her too. So I was there for about 7 hours, and I would say 5 hours of the day was her. So there's that.
it's
But
worthwhile. It's worth. I mean, she's great. I mean, she's done some
yeah,
great stuff, and everyone is excited to see Ahsoka.
yeah. And I kind of I try to get some information from her. I did ask. I said Mandalorian season 3, huh? So how was that filming? And she kind of chuckled, and she's like, unfortunately, I'm not in that. And I'm like, come on, I don't know. It seemed like she wasn't going to be in it, but she says Ahsoka's dropping next year, but she wouldn't give me the for sure date or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, she's so friendly. It's amazing, just amazing.
Yeah. I'm sure it's all filmed and ready to go. I say it's fall.
Yeah, I actually asked her when they finished filming. She said it was right before Halloween. Yeah. So they're probably editing, and if they needed to reshoots, whatever. I would imagine, I think we're getting Mando March 1st. I think they announced. I would imagine we would get this in the fall.
I think I talked to a couple people about it. I think we get Mando in 8-9 episodes, maybe in that range. And they do it every week. So you're looking at about 2 months for Mando, and then they'll take a little break or maybe throw something else out. Yeah. And then right in that, like maybe late August, September, maybe even October, they wait and they hit with us because they know everyone wants Ahsoka.
Oh yeah, I think from what I'm hearing, we're bringing back pretty much everybody. Like it's fantastic. Like Sabine and I hope we see Chopper. I'd love to see a live Chopper. That'd be awesome. And Ezra and Thrawn and. Yeah,
everyone's excited for Thrawn, who is the original voice, and which doesn't really happen with the voice guy being then in the film. So that's
gonna be awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna be incredible. And anything Rosario Dawson, Ahsoka, Grand Admiral Thrawn will just skyrocket once that series comes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So pick that Funko Pop up right now.
Yeah,
you can get the shared. I think I got the shared. I said actually it's in the other room, but I think you get the shirt for about $150 right now, maybe even less. So
because he went up when they talked about him in Mando, he went up, and then he came back a little bit because it's like okay, and people know he's in Ahsoka, but it's not hitting quite yet.
Yeah, it will though. It will.
Yeah.
Pick up all your Thrawn figures.
Same thing with Ahsoka; she'll go up really good, or Rosario Dawson stuff will go up big. So.
Yeah. If you can pick up a Rosario Dawson right now for a couple $100 or whatever, it's worth it because, like you said, it'll skyrocket.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, she does do some events, but I mean, to have that one with a quote and everything like that on is something that's like a lot extra that she doesn't do that often.
No, and like I actually did a send away for her during COVID, and I mean, I paid more money than I paid for this, and I didn't get a quote. So this one, I got the quote, I got the character name because that's all extra. Like you were showing earlier, like it's all extra.
Yeah.
So people don't understand when you can find a Funko Pop with the quote and the character name, you don't understand what people pay for some of that stuff usually. So if you can go to a con and get that, it's a win. Because I even had her sign my I have a Hasbro Black Series figure as well. I get some of those autographed. I have like almost all the Mandalorian characters. I'm just missing Pedro. He's a tough one to get though.
He's tough. But it's like it's talking about the guy at Stranger Things. He doesn't sign and they're outrageously priced, and then he comes out and he does one. Here's $75. It's like
yep.
But yeah, Pedro is for whatever reason a real tough one. But it's hard to say. Each one of them has different thoughts of how they like. Some don't do cons. They don't like autographs. Like Steve Carell's one. He doesn't like it. He'll do it, but he doesn't. You'll never see him at a con or anything like that.
That's why I like some of these giveaways, like some of the sendaways that we like, during COVID, like I feel like he became really, really huge because you couldn't go anywhere. I mean, like you were talking about the Robert Downey Jr. I got that one in my legendary. I mean, dude, talk about a grail. And like you said, the autograph is this much. Guess what? The quote is makes it double.
Oh yeah.
But this is one that like, why would Robert Downey Jr. ever in his life need to go to a Comic-Con? You know what I'm saying? Like he's never gonna go. So when I saw SWAU do that, I'm like, dude, you got to do it. Like, and I heard you talking about the Harrison Ford, and oh my gosh, I hope my wife isn't watching because I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because that's another one. Like, why would he ever go to a Comic-Con?
It's weird because Robert Downey Jr. did it for his charity, and that's why he did it. And he made it special for everyone because normally when you get a Robert, it would be an R and like it would be scribble. He actually took his time.
Yep.
Beautiful signature, which he's never ever, and he probably never will do it again.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I had to jump on that. I mean, I have all the Avengers. I have all of them, and he was the one I was missing, and I'm like, oh, it's a lot of money. Don't tell the wife. Well, it's an investment. It's an investment for our retirement, sweetheart. That's what it is.
And people talk about Harrison Ford, and they're like, I said, he doesn't do it. Why he decided to do this is unknown. It's like Macaulay Culkin did it, the same thing. These are people that don't do it, and all of a sudden something came up. Why, how, who knows? But they're going to do it with a chance of them doing it again. Slim to none. Harrison Ford was like, he just doesn't do it. He does not sign autographs in events like this.
And I've looked on the secondary market and looking for Carrie Fisher. I mean, it's just it's up there.
Carrie Fisher's up there.
Yeah. So I just feel, I mean, what is Harrison Ford? He's like 80.
He's
87. Dude, he's up there, man.
He's up there. I think he's
maybe 81.
Yeah, I think he's late 70s, early 80s. I gotta look now, but I mean,
and now I'm curious. Maybe not 87.
And he's doing another Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it looks all right. I know they use that de-aging technology on him. He looks good.
He does look good. I mean, obviously he doesn't do the stunts like he used to. He's 80 years old.
He's 80. Okay, so 80. Yeah.
So, you never know.
Yeah. I mean, we got William Shatner was there last night too, and
oh my, he's what, 90 some years old?
91 years old. Yeah. It's funny though. The buddy I went with, he actually got his autograph. And well, actually, no, he didn't get his autograph. He actually he got his photo op with him. And he was gonna have him put his hand on his shoulder. And when he went up there, so he's on a stool the entire time. Yeah, he's 91 years old. So he went up there, and they actually told him, he's like, "Yeah, there's an X on the floor. That's where you got to stand." And I mean, at least there was a plexiglass, I guess. But I guess he's a big time germaphobe. I guess.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, he's like Howie Mandel.
Yeah. Yep.
I think probably later in life he got like that. I don't think before he was like that, but
yeah. I mean that dude is man. He's at every con. It's crazy. Every con. Mm-hmm. Like I've been to like 10 cons this year. I swear to God, he's been like at 8 of them. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing for him. Amazing. Tim Curry still does the stuff he does. I mean, obviously he has a lot of more issues, but
yeah,
he's still out there signing. And then for whatever reason this year, it's like Downey, Harrison Ford, Macaulay Culkin, people that never do it are doing like an event. So it's weird. Or it's a money grab for him. Who knows? I mean, I could just imagine what, someone was figuring that out. Well, if Harrison Ford's is doing an autograph signing session and they're charging that much money, he's like, for him to do it, it's like $1.5 million.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to hear that he's doing for charity as well, but that's why Robert Downey Jr. It didn't kill me as much. At least I'm like, okay, at least it's for charity, so like I don't feel as bad spending it.
And they had cool photos of it too. I thought they had. When he came to their facility, all the stuff he signed and showed it all. I mean, yeah.
When they posted that little video of him doing it, that was cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I enjoyed that one. So I have a question. I mean, obviously I see tons of the Star Wars stuff behind you. Game of Thrones, I know you're big into that.
Yep.
Now you and Ryan are what? You're doing Willow, right?
Yeah. So I get that question a lot. Like, so why you have a Star Wars background if you're Game of Thrones? So my idea for the channel was originally going to be a mixture of Star Wars and Game of Thrones. So, because those are probably my 2 big loves, right? And I was trying to come up with an idea for a good background because I was just doing this thing in my basement. I was using my laptop camera. It was just, and as I started to do it, I learned that I was enjoying it. I like talking in front of the camera. In my regular day job, I'm a teacher, so I'm used to talking all day long. And during COVID, I would make videos for my kids, and I kind of found that I did like the editing process. It's tedious, it's long, sometimes it's annoying, but I did enjoy it because you can kind of really filter out the bad and just make it all good, and really have fun with it. So, so like I said, when I decided to make the channel, those are the two things I wanted to do. I didn't see anyone else on YouTube really doing both. There's a ton in Star Wars, there's a ton in Game of Thrones, but no one really did both. And then the other thing is I'm a huge Funko guy and Hot Toys and Hasbro, and I'm a big collector. I've been a huge collector since 2015, and I mean my very first Comic-Con ever was in 2016 when it was San Diego Comic-Con. And I'm going there with all these Funko Pops. Force Awakens is coming out. I'm getting everyone's autograph. Well, my God, I left there. I was so depressed. I'm like, well, that was horrible. I didn't get anyone's autograph, you know. But so you kind of learn as you go. And but yeah, so I kind of wanted to make it a Game of Thrones, Star Wars collectible, and then I really started getting into cons because I love that. I love that San Diego Comic-Con for me was amazing. I loved it, and I guess I've been to 10 this year already. And so that's kind of what I based my channel around. And then I got hooked up with Ryan, actually through Christina Payne.
Okay. Yep.
She had saw me a couple times on another YouTube channel, and she kind of hooked up me and Ryan when House of the Dragon was going to be released. And it's funny because Ryan was following me on YouTube probably back like in I think about 6-7 months ago, and we really never connected until she had mentioned it to me that he was a huge Game of Thrones fan, and with House of the Dragon, it just kind of worked. And yeah, so we did House of the Dragon, and we're like, well, we didn't want to stop, so we decided to do Lord of the Rings and the Power of Rings and stuff because we didn't want to watch it at the same time.
Yeah,
it's hard enough to remember the characters for one show, let alone the characters for another show. And yeah, and then we kind of just ended that, and we're like, let's go right into Willow. And now we're already talking about Mandalorian season 3. So yeah, so like we do a live on my channel on Sundays, do a live on his channel on Mondays, and break it all down. And yeah, we've been having fun with it, and we've had different guests on and everything. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at right now. And yeah, I've seen some growth in my channel, and I can't be more appreciative of you letting me come out here and chat about some pops and everything. It's awesome, dude. And
always my pleasure. And yeah, I mean, for me, I love Ryan, and I talked to Ryan. I said, listen, I've never watched Game of Thrones. I've heard about it, and I watched an episode. I forget, it was like January. I watched episode 1, and then I think it was the John Cena Patriot, whatever, got into that, and it got backburner. But I told him, I said, I'm going to do House of the Dragon. I loved House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
I said, but I talked to somebody, and I said, spoilers don't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, he just filled me in because it didn't bother me. And he read the books and everything like that. The story's out there. People want to know what's going to happen. And I talked to Ryan. I said, so all this, is this true how it goes? And he said, yep, that's how.
Yeah. But the nice thing is that even for Ryan, because I know he's so knowledgeable on,
oh my goodness,
he read all the books, so he knows exactly and what goes on and what's going to happen. But I do like how the shows do change it up enough where it does keep you a little bit guessing still, because you never know. Because I mean, I know in Game of Thrones, like he's told me, like this is even in the book, and I'm like, oh, I had no idea, And there's things in the book they don't bring into the show, and vice versa. But yeah, at least they change it up enough to keep you interested.
I thought it was great. I thought it looked great. It gets me going for the next one. I just sit down and do Game of Thrones. It's like I know all the stuff. It's like I know this, I know how it ends, I know stuff that happens all over the place with it. I just have to watch it all the way through.
Yeah, and that's the tough thing. I know sometimes like when you binge something that's 8 seasons long, it's a commitment. It really is.
Yeah.
I've seen it all the way through probably about six times myself, and I'm actually doing it right now. I'm about halfway through, and but again, I've seen it so many times. But like right now, what I'll do is I'll build Legos, and I just have it on the background because I know. But then like I know the important scenes because I always try to look for something new, But yeah, that's kind of what I'll do when I'm not doing videos. So
I loved the House of the Dragon. Can't wait. Obviously, probably gonna have to wait till 2024 for season 2. Yeah. But it is what there's gonna be. I think a lot of CGI, so it takes a little while.
Yep, and the dragons look amazing. I mean,
oh my goodness,
it is funny though watching like Game of Thrones. Watching Drogon and the other 2 dragons. It's like they look good. But man, they knocked it out of the park with House of the Dragon. I mean, we were also talking 5 years more, of this technology that they're using. So
yeah, it's just that much better.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to see when they get going with more dragons and everything like that. Oh man,
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
it is going to be good. It's good. And what did you think of Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, Lord of the Rings was much better than I thought it was going to be. I mean, there's so many negative reviews out there and stuff with it. It's it's a little bit. I guess I feel like it's more of I don't want to say adult show, but it's definitely harder to follow because they do have more characters than House of the Dragon did. That was the one thing with House of the Dragon that did make it nice. Like the original Game of Thrones, there are a ton of characters, and it does take a couple of rewatches to really understand what the heck is going on. House of the Dragon, I felt like the core group of characters, it was easy enough to follow. Where I know they did time jumps, but it wasn't too bad to figure it out. Lord of the Rings, the problem is like if you don't know the lore a lot, it's tough because you're not really sure exactly where it takes place in the storyline. We know it's a prequel, but I found out it was like 5,000 years before like Smog and all of that. And I'm like, wait a minute, how is this dude still alive? It's been 5,000 years. And it's just different. Yeah. But again, I did enjoy it. I like the cliffhangers at the end of it. I'm looking forward to season 2. But yeah, I thought it was good.
I think it's like I think they're calling for like 4 or 5 seasons of it.
Yep.
So.
What I don't like is that they're already recasting that one character.
I heard that, yeah.
Yeah, that's a little.
The guy I heard. I don't know what happened. He didn't want to come back, or who knows what.
Yeah, I mean, actually, if you look at a picture of the new actor, they look similar, and they'll make him look pretty good. Because they did a recasting in Game of Thrones, and it was terrible. Like it was not even the same color hair. It was horrible.
And I was worried with House of the Dragon because I loved Rhaenyra, and then I was like, I know it's time jump, and I know it's going to be different. She changes, and the Queen changes, and I was like, Ryan said, I know it's different, but he's like, I don't think she could have pulled off the time jump like this. And I was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I was disappointed because I like both the younger actresses too. I thought they killed it as Alicent and Rhaenyra. But again, like you didn't like the way they structured that show. You didn't need to have an older actresses portray those characters. And I thought both of the older actresses were phenomenal too.
I thought they were too. Yeah,
I thought it was great. So
yep. And they'll carry it on, and it'll be good. And So you talk about another thing, hot toys. So how big a hot toy collector are you?
So I have let me think. I have I think 6 or 7. And then I have like 4 of the Mondo figures as well. So I mean, it's an investment because they're way more expensive. I mean, we're not talking about a $15 Funko Pop or whatever. So I gotta be a little more careful with that. I do have 2 pre-orders I've not received. The one I've been waiting for 2 years. I ordered the what's her name? My gosh, that's how long it's been. Scarlett Johansson's character, my God, Black Widow.
The
white I ordered Black Widow in the white snowsuit from the movie. Yeah, it's been like 2 years. I still haven't got it, and so I don't know what they're doing with that. It says December of 2022, but that'll change. And then I did order the Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Kenobi show. I thought that was pretty cool. So that's supposed to be next fall or whatever. So I do have those 2 on the way. Actually, I have. I don't know if you can see it down here or not. You can kind of see down in the case.
Oh yeah,
that's the Skeletor from the SDCC exclusive from Mondo. And so I bought a couple cases on they're on Sideshow's Black Friday deal. But I do have 2 of the dust free. They're huge cases though. They're like 2. They're huge. You could probably put 2 or 3 figures in there. Again, just waiting for the pre-order on that because I want to get it set up behind me because my plan is to have 4 of them to get all the Star Wars figures in there because I have like Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Luke, Rey.
I have all my Hot Toys in boxes, and I looked at different cases, and then it was someone said you should look at Maju case. So I looked at Maju case, and it was like, oh my God.
They're expensive.
It was it'll sit off the side here, and it's big. It was 50% down, and then it's they say 6-7 months, more like it'll be a year.
Is that the one from Sideshow as well?
No, it's not. It's actually Maju case is their thing.
Okay, yeah. They're expensive, but
it's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, you're spending that much money for figures, as long as you can get a couple in there. Because the problem with the case I have behind me is that you can't put more than one in there. It's literally like 6
I remember
inches.
when I started with Hot Toys, maybe like it might even be 4 years ago. I bought my first one. I bought like the light up case. It was just a single one,
Mm-hmm.
and you built it. And I thought it was cool. I liked it, but it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. That's probably what that is, because it has like lights on top, lights on the bottom.
Yep.
It has like little touch lights. Actually, you can just touch
That's what it is. You touch the top, touch the bottom. I mean,
Yeah.
it's cool.
It's all right. Yeah, I mean, I only bought it because it was buy one get one half off, and I'm like, I just want to try it. But unfortunately, you can only get one figure in there, so now I'm not sure, because I have four Masters of the Universe figures. So I'm like, yeah. So what do I do? So we'll see.
It's tough to display them because you let them out, and then you don't want dust in them, because then that becomes a nightmare. And
yeah, that's exactly right.
It's tough. They're tough. They're great to display. Oh my goodness, I have some I'm waiting for. Yeah, I never knew with Black Widow. I looked at that the other day when I'm looking at my pre-orders. I'm like, man, she should have been here last year. Now it says December. Well, and I know she's not out in China, because normally it's China, and then 3 months it'll come here. Not even in China yet. So I was like,
oh, so you pre-ordered it too then?
Oh yeah.
Did you get the snow one or the black one?
I got both.
Oh, you got both of them. Okay.
And I got the black, and then like, later they come out with the white one. And it's like, man, if they did the white one ahead, I would have just bought the white.
Yeah, that's why I got the white, because I'm like, it's different. I like it because it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I like the white, and I don't think they did her sister in a Hot Toy yet. Maybe they did. I don't know. I can't remember. But they did Taskmaster. I'm like, man, I like Taskmaster. Then I saw the movie, and I was like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Taskmaster is so much better. But,
yeah, I mean, the movie was all right, but
yeah, I mean, it was good. I liked it. It filled in gaps. It was cool. I just thought who Taskmaster was. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, didn't follow the comic books at all. So
no, Marvel. I don't know. For me, Marvel hasn't blown me away. I didn't. Eternals was like,
Never saw it.
Black Panther was. I mean, it was good. People, oh my god, it's great. I'm like, no, I can't say it's great. It was good, but it's like Doctor Strange. It's like you see it. Yeah. I never have to see it again. I don't have, I don't want to see it again. I say the story good. I'm good with it. But like Iron Man or like Avengers, I can watch over again and I enjoy it.
Yeah, I think the last thing I really liked, I mean, Moon Knight was, I mean, it was fine. It was just weird, I guess. I don't know.
It was different. Obviously, they're going to have a season 2 of it. You know, it was all right.
I think the last Marvel thing I really liked was Loki. So
and supposedly we're getting another season of Loki. We'll see. They say that. What did I see?
I mean, they left it off like they should be.
They should.
Yeah.
You never know. I forget what they just did a preview of the Samuel L. Jackson.
Secret Wars.
Disney Plus, like they take over or something like that.
I think it's the Secret Wars, wasn't it?
That's it, Secret Wars. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
They did a preview of that. Looks good.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes Marvel just is like what did you think about the Ant-Man and Wasp trailer?
I'm tired of the whole multiverse universe stuff. I don't know. Yeah. It never blew me away. I like Ant-Man and the Wasp, so I'll go see it. But I have some reservations of what it'll be.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't like the second one that much. I like Ant-Man as a character, though. I mean, I met Paul Rudd. That dude's awesome. He's funny.
I bet. Yeah. And you never. I mean, like, it blows me away how old he is.
Yeah,
you never know how old he is by
looking. It's like 50 something.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I never would have thought.
It's like, oh my god, you're like, I would have thought he's not even 40 yet.
Yeah, he's very young looking though.
Oh yeah. So how about Funko? What's your thoughts on Funko? Different opinions of Funko these days. I
mean, I don't know, dude. Like I do miss I miss the exclusivity of some of these pops. Like that's the biggest problem, I think, and I think a lot of people are saying the same thing. That's why I think a lot of people are into the NFTs. That's why I'm into the NFTs, because you have a limited number. Like I just don't go to like Target anymore or Walmart or whatever to like go buy pops. If I couldn't even tell you the last time I went to a store to buy a Funko Pop. I just go down the line.
Yep.
And I think that's the problem. There's it's overproduced.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And this is one of the main reasons why I do autographs now. I mean, I'll be honest with you. The reason why I got the Funko Pop collecting was because I wanted to get autographs, because I just loved the way it looked. And I mean, I probably have over 100, well over 100 now at this point. And then I started Hasbro, and I'm like, because that's a nice big box, and you could really get some nice autographs on there. So I started with the Mandalorian, and so I have I have most of the main characters on that. But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I ordered the I'm a big Masters Universe fan, so I ordered the Diamond Sorceress with a backpack, and I'm just shocked that it's still up on Loungefly. And it's funny that they're announcing there's a 3,000 piece. Where's the sticker? So I don't know why I don't know if it's just not 3,000 or people just don't want to buy it because it doesn't have the sticker. I don't know. And unfortunately, the sticker is just an important part of the collectible.
It is.
For more people. It is. I mean, that's what makes the value sometimes. But
yep.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of collect what I want, where I can get autographed, and I kind of leave it at that at this point. I would rather go spend $150 on a pop I really have been waiting for than go buy like 5 or 6 store exclusives for 50 hours more. I'm getting something I actually want. So
yeah,
that's kind of where I'm at right now with Funko. But I love getting them autographed. So
oh my goodness, yeah, they're a lot of fun. And it's an art. When you break them down, you got to send in. People get so panicked, and it's like it's not hard. Just you got to be careful.
Send them in, yeah. I mean, I like sending them in the sorter if I can. It's just easier. I know sometimes they charge you like an extra like $15 or whatever, but to me, it's just like, okay, I don't have to break down the box. But like I just sent to I think it was Germany actually.
Yep.
For Viserys Targaryen and young Rhaenyra. So Patty, so Patty and Amelia, I'm gonna get those autographed. So.
Yeah, I knew he was over here. I think he did something with Zobi recently.
He's going to be next weekend. He's going to be at the Game of Thrones con in Anaheim.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I wanted to go. It's tough. It's tough in December to I don't know. Their summer's a crazy month. So
December's always tough.
Yeah, because I mean I had tickets for it, and when it was supposed to be in February, and they moved it because of COVID, and it was supposed to be at the beginning of this year. And I'm like waiting. I'm like, God, go in the summer, do the summer. And then they announced December 10th. I'm like, oh my gosh. So whatever. Because that would be cool. I would have loved it. Oh, yeah. And then, of course, they announced Kit Harington, and I'll be shocked if they don't announce that show there, because it's pretty much foregone conclusion that they're making that Snow television series, which is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, they keep it pretty well under wraps. Did he film it? Is it finally filmed? Is he in the middle of it? No one knows.
Yeah, I mean, from everything that I've read and heard, I mean, him and his buddy basically, that was a filmmaker, they basically sat down and wrote the script during COVID, and they went to George, and he likes it, he approved it, and he said he would help him with it, and we'll see. I mean, I'll be shocked if there's no announcement for that next weekend.
Oh yeah, I would think that'd be a great. If they haven't filmed or they're in the process of it, they could probably pull it out before maybe the end of 2023.
Yeah. I mean, I also heard that they're trying to set up some stuff, I guess, with House of the Dragon, which I'm not exactly sure what they're trying to set up. I don't know if I guess I heard that they're trying to set something up like where there was still a dragon alive or something, and there's another one still somewhere in the world during the Game of Thrones series.
Yep.
And somehow he finds this dragon, and Drogon will be in it again. I don't know. Then again, that's just a rumor. But that's kind of what I heard. So I heard they're trying
to. How it ended, that Drogon would have to be in it.
Well, Drogon would have to be. Yeah. I mean, I would love to have Daenerys come back too, because
you never know. You never know.
Yeah. I mean, season 8 was just not good, but.
And everyone tells me, they said if you binge it, you'll get a different opinion. You'll have a different opinion of it at the end than if someone lived it and waited, a year, 2 years for this season and that season. Yeah. That's where people said they hated how it ended, and it made them so upset.
Yeah, I mean, me and Ryan were just talking about it on my live earlier today, and it just like we said, I'm like, we got to stop, because this is like a 2-hour conversation. Like, so one of these days, I told him maybe January, but what is one of these days? What is do a live and we'll just talk strictly season 8 and how much we just would have changed. There's so many different things they could have done. Yeah, it's unfortunate because it really is the best show of all time in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean it's great, and then you're gonna get House of the Dragon. Then who knows what,
Yeah, I mean they supposedly have a couple different spinoffs, so we shall see. I mean it's exciting though because it is such a good show.
And I think there's a book that he's working on, isn't it? That he's been working on for a long time that he said might be done in next year.
Yeah, I mean, he's been working on this thing forever. You honestly, you would think that during COVID he would have finished it. Like, what else are you doing? Like, he said he had writer's block. I'm like, okay, but he was actually at San Diego Comic-Con, and he was actually going to do autographs and everything, and he got COVID during it, and I felt like we would have got an announcement there, but nothing, No. But I mean, and there's supposed to be 2 books left.
Yeah.
I mean, there's supposed to be 2. So I don't know. He's not getting any younger, though. I'll tell you that.
No, he's not getting younger. He still seems pretty, like wiry and everything like that. It still seems pretty, brisk. But yeah, he said it's 75% done.
Yeah. I mean, 25% more. I mean, that was another 4 or 5 years. I mean, I think he's been working on it for like 20 years.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? As long as it comes out and it's good, that's really the most important thing.
I'm sure that you'll have the diehards read the book. Eventually, they'll make a show, something out of it.
Yeah,
I'm sure Game of Thrones is something that's going to just keep growing and growing and growing.
Yeah, hopefully, because a lot of people thought when Game of Thrones ended, that was good. And I'm glad that HBO decided to move forward with other projects because
I think they saw the success of season 1 of House of the Dragon and realized, all right, so we know we can probably go 3 more seasons of this. What else we got? And I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, and then in the back of their mind, man, if we could maybe somehow figure a way to bring Daenerys back, that would be good.
Yeah, I mean, she says she doesn't want to do it, but man, you throw enough money at her, she'll do it.
I think it's all of them. You see what they're doing now, and it's tough in the role. She's done some stuff. Yeah, man, I guess she's done pretty good for herself.
Yeah, I mean,
you never know.
Yeah, but I mean, like honestly, like what other? We saw a couple Christmas movies and that horrible Terminator movie and Solo. Like, I mean, it's smaller roles in different movies, so they could get her if they wanted to.
Oh, I would think it's all about the money.
Yeah, exactly right.
I mean, no one thought Mark Hamill would come back, or Harrison Ford, but
Harrison Ford. Yeah,
they did.
Yeah, they did.
They did. They worked. So, speaking of Star Wars, I always like to ask this people that love Star Wars.
Yeah.
What is the best and what's the worst? Movies only.
Movies only?
Movies only.
It's pretty easy for me, actually. The best is Empire Strikes Back, by hands down. There's like really not even a question for me. The worst is a little tougher just because I really, really hate Attack of the Clones. And I know that some people who are younger than me disagree because they like that movie. I think it's terrible. But to me, like Last Jedi, I mean, Rise of Skywalker overall is probably a worse movie, but Last Jedi for me ruined Star Wars. So for me, it's Last Jedi, because without Last Jedi, we don't get Rise of Skywalker. That's the way I look at that.
Yep.
And it's, again, it's overall, it's not really a bad movie. It's just what they did to Luke is terrible. Canto Bight, I wish I'd never seen that because it's so bad. And there's so many bad characters in that movie. That DJ character, my dear God. Why would they do that to that? It's so dumb. I can't stand it. So, but yeah, for me, Empire, and then it's got to be Last Jedi because I think it ruins Star Wars. I really do.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
That one was a tough watch for me. I was like, man, the last one I got through and I was like, all right, okay, but that, yeah.
Well, it was just J.J. Abrams saying "F you," to Rian Johnson, saying like, I gave you a pretty good story setup and you just didn't care, and so I mean that's the problem with that movie is that he tried to fix it and it just wasn't. It was unfixable. I still remember sitting watching Last Jedi because I mean I see every Star Wars movie like 3 to 4 times in the theater, and me and my wife were sitting there watching it, And as soon as you see, well, first off, when Poe was throwing out "Yo Mama" jokes, that was terrible. I'm like, what? I'm like, what is happening? I'm like, okay, whatever. And then as soon as Luke tosses his lightsaber over his shoulder and walks away, I'm like, what is going on? I thought it was a joke. I'm like, really? We're trying to go for cheap laughs now, and then it just got worse from there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and Empire, I always loved Empire and Jedi. They were just two of my favorites.
Yeah, Jedi's good too. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Good. How about did you watch Andor?
I thought it was horrible. And I know you said last week you liked it.
I liked it. If you take in the mindset that there's no Darth Vader, no lightsabers, no Jedi, and tells the story, I didn't mind it. I liked him, and I liked Rogue One. So I like sort of seeing those characters and telling that story.
I guess the thing for me in that show was there's no.
It's long and drawn out. I will give you that.
It is, and I know no one important's dying. I know who's living to the end. So anytime Andor would be in any kind of situation, it doesn't matter. I know already know what's going to happen. A lot of the minor characters. I honestly couldn't even tell you their names right now because I just didn't care. I guess I liked the droid was okay. It was cute. I guess I would rather have had some K2SO. I mean, I'm sure he'll be there in season 2, but I wish we could have seen more of that maybe because I didn't like that part of it. But the Mon Mothma stuff, I mean, yeah, it's cool, but it's she's such a minor character. Why are we pushing this so hard?
Yeah,
there just wasn't enough. This wasn't enough going on for me, I guess. I don't know. 12 episodes was way too long. It should have been 8. They could have cut out a lot.
6 or 8 was probably where that one should have stayed, not 12. 12 was a little much.
I mean, Kenobi, as bad as Kenobi was too, I mean, it was all right. I just was annoyed. But, you give Kenobi 7 episodes, but you were giving Andor 12. It doesn't even make sense to me. So, I don't know. I mean...
Probably because that's all Ewan McGregor would agree to.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. And you have the opportunity to bring back Hayden, and I just feel like
they dropped the ball on that one. They could have done so much more.
It's just you have the opportunity to do tons of flashbacks. That's what people wanted to see. They didn't even care about the current storyline. They wanted to see flashbacks. Just fill in more gaps, or I don't know. Yeah, it's just. I don't know. Star Wars TV, beside Mandalorian, has not been great. Although now, did you watch Tales of the Jedi?
No, I did not.
The cartoon. Now that's Star Wars. That they did right. I loved it. That was fantastic. You definitely need. It's a quick watch. You can. It's a cartoon, but it's all about Count Dooku, and it goes through the prequels, and it fills in gaps and shows you. It's really good. So Tales of the Jedi is really, and you can watch all of it in less than an hour and a half. Some of the episodes are only 13 minutes. They're really quick. It's a quick watch. Yeah, it's really good.
Is it Disney Plus?
Yep, Disney Plus. Yep.
Okay. I'm just what was avoided. People always say, "Oh, the Rebels." This and that. I said, "I've never watched. I don't watch the cartoons. I've never watched the cartoon."
And see, Rebels is really good too.
Yeah. A lot of people. And I've seen parts of it. It's like Game of Thrones. I've seen how Game of Thrones ends, and I've seen all the different parts through it, and the killing, who dies and when, all this stuff. I should never put it all together.
Yeah, as we get closer to Ahsoka dropping, I'll probably do this once we see the first trailer, which probably maybe never know. Maybe Lucasfilm goes to San Diego Comic-Con next year and drops that trailer, unless they're saving that for Star Wars Celebration.
There's something I saw today on YouTube. It was and it was a video camera, but it was supposedly a leaked Ahsoka trailer. We'll see. I doubt we see an Ahsoka trailer until. Man, I don't know. You would think Super Bowl, but I don't think we see it Super Bowl. I think we don't see it until summer.
They have Summer Celebration in London. I think that's April this year.
That would be the first shot, I think.
There's a really good chance they'll do something there. But maybe but whenever that gets dropped, I'm gonna drop a video probably because I know people don't want to sit there and watch 7 or 8 seasons of Rebels. I can't remember how many seasons there are. There's a ton of episodes. But there's ways you can watch that in 15 episodes, they're about half an hour each, 22 minutes or whatever, that you can get the core storyline and get all the good stuff. So I'll probably, as that gets closer, I'm gonna drop a video on that. So
I mean, obviously, I think Mando season 3 is going to be awesome.
yeah,
Hopefully they keep going with it. I mean, but I hope they throw an end. Like, what happens to Grogu? What happens to Mando? And what happens to Ahsoka? Because who knows? I
yeah.
don't.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be really nice to know, like, where's Grogu during the sequel trilogy?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I hope they explain that and they don't make it just dumb. Like, at least Ahsoka was, in the world between worlds, which I don't even know if you know what that is, but that's all through Rebels, and they explain where she is during the original trilogy, why she's not around. So at least that makes sense. But again, that's what happens when you go forward and you move backwards. You create these new characters. You got to come up with something.
I think Book of Boba was what it was. Who knows if they ever make another Boba Fett? I don't know if they will. You just never know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I like that Ahsoka and Luke. You see that interaction.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the best 2 episodes of Book of Boba Fett's not even in it.
Well, yeah, it turned into be sort of Mando season 2.5.
Yeah,
it needed to, because that sort of saved it.
Yeah, I don't know why they went that route with that show. Like,
although Fennec Shan was awesome, I loved Fennec Shan. I thought she was a great character. I loved Cad Bane, but
I don't know about the
they kind of did poor Boba. Just, I don't know, they did him wrong. This made him in a weak sense to me. I don't know.
And then we have the Power Ranger bikes, dude. I don't know.
No, that was bad.
So terrible. It was so bad.
Yeah. But you never know. They may do. They set it up where I guess they could do a season 2 if they wanted to.
Yeah, they could. They could easily do a season 2. Which is, I just hope they make it better. I mean, and I almost think that Mando shouldn't even be in it. Like, they just need to do Boba Fett then. Yeah. I mean, Mando was in that quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, he was the saving part of it all.
Yeah, he was. But I don't know.
Cad Bane, I love seeing Cad Bane. I think that was awesome. It's a shame that they did what they did to him. I thought they could have kept that going, but
yeah, they just killed him off. I mean, who knows if he's really dead? I mean, this Star Wars, they can do whatever they want. They can bring him back. So yeah, because Cad Bane's a great character. But again, like, you see him in you watch Bad Batch or no? Probably not then, right?
No, I have not watched Bad Batch.
Yeah, I mean, we see him in the Bad Batch, and we're talking about 30, or maybe not 30 years, but like 25 years or something. So he's probably in the 70s in Book of Boba Fett. So I don't know if there's lore on how old those characters live, like his race, but I mean, you could bring him back, but
you could.
And again, you bring him back and it makes Boba Fett maybe look even weaker because you couldn't even take him out. That's the problem,
That's true.
So
that's true. But yeah, who knows how many more seasons we'll get of Mando? But hopefully they do explain what happens to him and where's Grogu, because obviously we know he could live a long time.
Yeah, they really need to explain something. And now listen, I mean, as much as I did not like the sequels, I mean, they have something. They can definitely, like, they can bring back Rey. Like, I didn't mind Rey as a character. I don't like the direction they took the character, but overall in Force Awakens, I liked Rey. But dude, you could definitely do like Rey and Grogu. Like, why not?
You could
have that continued story easily.
Oh yeah,
maybe actually give her some real training or something. I don't know, but who knows?
6-8 years, maybe like that. I could see him doing it.
Yeah,
because she doesn't do that much either. I mean, she's done a few, but not like
yeah. I think you're right. I mean, she's done a couple of movies here and there, but nothing recent that I can remember.
No, I mean, I would say Poe is probably the biggest name of all of them. So
yeah,
like Boyega has not done anything. I mean, you could tell he's going to be typecast with Star Wars.
That's the problem when you do it.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah,
gotta be careful. I mean, there's so many people. I mean, Harrison Ford, man,
he got lucky. Yeah, Harrison Ford definitely got lucky. So did and like you said, like Emilia Clarke. She did Star Wars after or during Game of Thrones. So but yeah, that's the
people always are going to know her for Game of Thrones, and then I mean, she has a few that I've seen, like the little romantic movie. I've seen it.
Yeah,
I mean, she was good, but she's just known for Game of Thrones.
And she did like a Christmas movie, cheesy, but whatever.
They all do eventually. They give into the Christmas movie. I blew me away that Tim Allen came back, and I won't even watch it, but it blew
Oh,
me
he's
away
coming back. Yeah,
him to come back to do that series.
I don't know.
I did. Oh my god! I was like, I looked at that, and my kid wants to see it. I said, "Daddy can't watch it, honey." What do you mean, Dad? I said, "I love the first Santa Claus, and then it got worse every single movie he did, but I ended it with 3. He's not gonna. Santa doesn't lose his job and get old and retire, honey. It just doesn't work. I can't watch
Oh
it.
my
I
God.
can't do it."
So bad. I don't know.
Yeah,
And like you said, that's the problem with the movie industry right now is that there's no
they
fresh
don't have the
ideas.
ideas. They just let's remake it. I've heard the TVs they're talking about bringing Alf back, which kind
I
of
saw that.
cool, but it's like, where are the ideas?
That's the other thing too. Like people rip on Avatar. Okay, so you gotta remember that movie came out like a decade ago. Like when that movie came out, I loved it. I thought it was great. And and then of course people say, oh, it's got the political agenda, blah blah blah. Dude, the movie's fantastic. It's a great idea.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe the story wasn't the best story, but the way they got there was good because I like the whole Avatar program that they had and everything like that. And already people are negative about the new one. First of all, it's going to look fantastic, and I know I know that's not the whole movie, but dude, he worked on this movie for how long? Like to say you're not going to even give it a chance is so stupid. Like I'm going to see it opening night. I mean,
Oh yeah.
or well, actually, I'm actually going a couple days later, but yeah, I mean, I'm going to see it right when it comes out. I mean, I think it looks good.
It looks good.
I mean, we'll see. I don't know if you like
Can
Avatar,
get
but
the story what they're doing with it, but yeah, I mean, it looks great. It's going to be fantastic
yeah.
visually.
But at least it's something new. Like it's
Mhm.
not a rehash. Like I don't know if you watched all those new Michael Myers movies or the Halloweens.
Oh my god, I
My
didn't.
God, they're just terrible. Like especially the last two. The first one was okay.
First one was
My
okay. I remember talking to Jeremy from Let's Start Pop Collection, and after this, he did his reviews, and I said, "My God, that was tough." He said, "Yeah," and I said, "Come on, there's no way that the last one can be as worse." And I didn't get right after I saw it. I said, "Boy, I was wrong. It got worse."
it's unbelievable. I mean, like I remember I saw something on YouTube. They timed it. They saw it like 3 times. And they timed to see how long Michael Myers was in it. It's like 9 minutes of the
Yeah.
movie. I'm like, what?
It was horror. It was unbelievably horrible.
Yeah, gosh, it's just I don't know.
He'll be back. I mean, it'll take like Rob Zombie did. Someone will come back and recreate it, and then I was talking to the wife, and she said, "Well, what about the Halloween 2?" And I said, "No, in the new thing, honey, Halloween 2 doesn't exist. It's just Halloween 1, and then it's these movies." She's like, "But," I said, "It just gotta let it go."
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird how they do that, but whatever. I mean, these are the Rob Zombie movies. I mean, the second one wasn't that good, but the first one I thought was really good.
It was good.
Probably the best reboot. I mean, that they've had.
I have to see his version of the Munsters. I don't know if that's out yet or what he's doing with that. I got to see that.
I haven't seen that either.
It looks kind of weird, but you never know.
With Rob Zombie, so.
Yeah, well, he's always done his success off the House of a Thousand Corpses and all those movies, and he's kind of lived off those.
Devil Rejects, yeah, those are crazy movies though.
Oh yeah, they were good and nutty, absolutely. So how about what's like collecting autographs? What's like your favorite, and what's like a Grail autograph that you just have to have that you don't have?
Oh, that I don't have. I mean, Carrie Fisher's the one for me, I guess. But to obtain in person,
and she did a beautiful autograph.
She does, yeah. I have some over here I was going to show, but the one I don't have, I mean, the problem is I picked this one up this year, right? I picked up my Headless Ned Star. Had to do it. Would I let Sean Bean autograph it? That's the question. It's tough. It's always tough, I probably would because I think this is one pop I'll never get rid of. So I think Sean Bean, but also for me, like to meet personally, I would love to meet Amelia Clark. Yes. I actually have her autograph already though because I sent away for it. But to actually meet her and to actually get it and talk to her, I think
I'd be interested to see what she's like.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine that she's nothing but great. I mean, she definitely. I've never heard anyone complain or say anything bad about her. So I think that'd be pretty cool. Kit Harington too. I think would be a pretty cool one day. Again, I do have it already because I sent away for it during COVID. But again, I would love to meet him. I think he's probably be a pretty cool guy.
Oh yeah.
But as far as the ones I have, my Iron Man one is obviously up there, but because I am a big Star Wars guy, I met Ewan.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Star Wars Celebration. Yeah, nice big autograph. He wouldn't do anything else with it, unfortunately. It was like you're literally like on a conveyor belt, and he's like, and I'm like, okay. And then I got my Hayden.
That's a good one.
So that one came out good, yeah. And then another send away during COVID because I had to do it because I had to complete the set. It's my Natalie Portman.
Okay, another good one.
Again, why would Natalie Portman ever want to go do a con, But maybe beside my Robert Downey, it's got to be my Mark Hamill.
That's a good one. That's really nice.
Yeah, so, it just kills me when I got this. This was like one of my first ones that I've got, and I didn't really know what the heck I was doing. Dude, I had so many Luke Skywalker pops. I'm like, why didn't I just take them all? What am I thinking? Like, it would have been super expensive, but man, I look back now. I'm like, man, I could have got the Jedi one in green. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, I knew what I was thinking. I was like, this is way too much money. My wife is going to kill me. But yeah, I wish I would have at least got a couple of them, but because I don't know if he's ever going to do a con again.
I don't know if he'll do a con, but I think he is the possibility where he'll do something.
Do it like a send-in thing, yeah. I mean, I didn't meet him, so that was cool. But the problem is when you do send-ins, I mean, they jack up that price and he's so bad.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he would be.
I think Amelia Clark is doing. I know there's a send-in right now. I think with Twin Cities, so I think there's a con coming maybe early next year that she's doing, but it's not cheap.
Who's that?
Amelia Clark.
Oh, Amelia's doing it. Okay, yeah.
I think they were like $250, $225 to send in a Funko Pop.
Yeah, and then if you want the character name or whatever, that's always extra. I think I paid right about that. The $225 mark, I think is what I sent away for it. Yeah. So I think again, it wasn't too bad, and that included the character name at least. And then if I wanted to add the quote, that's always the problem. And for me, the quote would just be Dracarys, and it's like to pay the same amount of money for the autograph just for her to write Dracarys. I'm like, it just I'm like,
I remember who had. I think it was Dark Parlor had Michael J. Fox, but and he went on a little like con, a signing rampage last year, and I was talking to the guy that runs the company, and I'm like, so he's actually going to do. He said he's going to do so many Marty. I said, wow, that's kind of cool. I mean, with his handwriting, I don't know if it's really worth it. And then he said, well. He said it's double. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, it's like, I forget what it was at that time, $325. He said he wants $325 to write his name to do Marty too. I was like, oh,
just Marty. He probably wasn't even doing Marty McFly. He probably just doing Marty.
Oh, just Marty. That's what it was, Marty. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
no
at
quote,
least that's
just Marty.
That's why I decided to do with Robert Downey. I'm like, okay, well, it was the same price. It was either a quote or, I mean, you could do all three if you wanted to, but then you're talking triple. So I was like, okay, I could have him just put Iron Man or I am Iron Man. I'm like, well, for the same price, I might as well have him do the quote instead. So that's why I picked that one.
And yeah, chances are with him, we'll never see it again. He'll never sign like that again. Never do that full autograph and so quotes won't do it.
Yeah, that's why I was like for that one and the Natalie Portman. I'm like, why would those two actors ever go to a Comic-Con? Like, there's no chance. I mean. 0%. That's why I decided to send away for those.
I'm more of a shot for Robert Downey Jr. to do. I don't think he would, but there's more a shot for him than Natalie Portman.
Yeah. I mean, Robert. I mean, what is he? He's got to be in his mid-50s now, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least that.
Yeah, mid-50s. So. But he's like he has so much in the pipeline that it's. They talk about another Sherlock Holmes, and Iron Man has him so well off that he just.
Oh God. Yeah, I mean,
he probably never has to do anything ever again.
Because you heard what he did with Avengers, right?
Oh, yeah.
He didn't take a salary. He's like, I'll just take the percentage.
He's not dumb.
He's not dumb. Yeah. It's just crazy how his career started. and then he had all the drug issues and stuff, and he's turned his life around. That's for sure, man. And good for him.
Yeah, I mean, he did stuff even when he was on drugs. He did a few that were like, hey, he's not bad. He did. Chaplin was excellent, and then he got into the drugs pretty big, and then went away, and then he came back to this, and it was like boom. Iron Man. Hey, you want to do Sherlock Holmes? Although I heard him and Jude Law just hated each other.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, hated each other.
I didn't really like that movie, anyways.
Yeah, it was what it was.
It was all right. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, unfortunately.
No, nothing other than that he's done. I mean, he did a couple that were like, I get it, but it's like, it wasn't great.
Yeah, the one with Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, I thought that would be a whole lot better than what it was.
No, it wasn't that good either.
Not good.
Now, you think that would be hilarious, but
you would have thought it would have been, but yeah. And he's kind of eccentric now,
Yeah.
He wears the funky, weird clothes and everything like that.
So, what autograph do you have that you want that you don't have yet? What do you think?
Well, now I'll get Harrison Ford, so it's nice to put that one to bed. That one was just sort of my, all-time Star Wars Grail one.
Yeah.
Man. Well, I'm still trying to do Stranger Things. So I was blown away that Joe Carey, which was like so expensive. So I'd like to finish up Stranger Things, which I think there's 2 of them that don't do much signing. And then
you have Hopper, right? What's his name?
Yes, I have Hopper. So it's I still need a I need a Will, I need a Mike, and then Mike's sister, which her and the other guy don't do much signing.
Yeah.
But you never know. I know when they're doing Joe Carey doesn't do anything, and then he's doing this, so you just never know. See, the last season's probably another year and a half away.
So this is one season left, right?
Yep.
Or yeah, one season. I think they said too. I think they're doing a split, like I
think someone said that they have it in their mind to do like what Ozark did. Maybe
part 1, part 2,
7 split. Obviously, they've already said they like the idea of this one where they did half and let it sit for like a month and a half and then finished it. So they think that they're going to do that one again. It's just a matter of how many they do, whether it's 5 and 5 or somehow they talk them into doing 6 and 6.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like that's what these bigger shows are doing. I mean, Walking Dead did 3 parts, and then Ozark did it, and Better Call Saul did it. I mean, you can go all the way back to Breaking Bad, was kind of like one of the first ones to do it.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, it seems like that's what they like to do with these bigger shows in the last seasons.
They'll build the anticipation, and then with Stranger Things, I mean, they just hit huge episodes. I mean, the last episode I think was like 2.5 hours. They said that won't be the case, but it's sad to see him go, but eventually you have to end it.
Yeah, it stinks. And I'm always curious though to see when these bigger shows like this end, like what happens with the cast. Like what are they gonna go do? I mean, I'm sure Millie will be fine.
Millie will be fine. I think Will has already done so much stuff that he did Ghostbusters and stuff. He sort of has a certain look, so I think he'll be fine. Hopper, obviously, he's I mean, he just did that Silent Deadly Night Santa Claus thing.
You see that?
I haven't. I want to see it. I don't know if I'll pay money to go to a theater and see. I'd like to see it streamed somewhere, but
yeah, I'd be curious to see how that is. It looks
it's probably one of those ones that you got to see it once.
Yeah. It looks good though. Looks funny.
Oh yeah, and then Office. Office is a signature. I'd love to. I'm down to the last 3 big ones. So Helms, Krasinski, and Carell, who all 3 of them don't do a lot of signing.
I feel like Helms you might be able to grab.
Helms you could find authenticated for like $350.
It's not awful.
It's not bad. Krasinski's like 5 and Carell's about 5 to 7, which is like So
yeah, I know.
For them it's like you're not to a level of Harrison Ford or something like that. Or Downey Jr. where I'd pay that kind of money. But you never know.
Yeah.
Carell's good. I do like him, but
his dude's hilarious.
Yeah, he's just, for whatever reason, for like fans and autographs and stuff like that, he is just an absolute ass. He doesn't like it. I don't know why.
I don't know. I mean,
but he will not sit at a con or do signings and multitudes of ones he just doesn't do.
it's unfortunate too because like I mean I've met so many nice people like all these actors. I mean
I think he'd be
at least
incredible to meet, but
what was that? What was that?
I think he'd be incredible to meet.
Yeah, I
just
think
what movie,
right. Yeah, I would say that the only I've met a lot. Like one of the meanest was Freddie Prinze Jr.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe it was my fault. It was that Star Wars Celebration in Chicago, and so I bring up my Kanan Pop from Rebels, and I go, maybe it is my fault. I go, hey, I'm like, so Sarah didn't make it in for this, huh? He goes, no. And I go, okay. And he just signs it, and that was it. I'm like, it was a little uncomfortable, but maybe I should blame myself. Maybe I don't know.
I think he just hit his stride back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and then he went into like be a writer at WWE Wrestling, and I know
I didn't even know that. Is he really?
He did.
Oh yeah. Wow. Okay, so he made all the storylines, huh?
He worked on storylines at WWE, and then he did voice stuff, and then he got out of that, and then he's like producing shows. He just did a romantic comedy on Netflix. The wife had it on and watched it. I mean, he's just trying to recreate what he was, and it's
right. Yeah. Well, he should be glad he did Star Wars because I mean, honestly, like if he didn't have a Funko Pop, and so it's it's so sad actually. Being at the con yesterday, like I'm walking by and there's actors that you know from years ago, but like honestly, dude, they don't have a Funko Pop. Their line is not long. It's crazy the way it is now.
Yeah,
like Corbin was it Burnson or something? Yeah. Huge actor in the 80s and 90s.
Oh yeah,
I felt bad, man. Like I'm walking by, I'm just kind of like one person. That was it. And I mean, even like guys, is it Brian Bostic? I think it's Brian Bostic. Big actor in the 70s and 80s, and like no one's even at his table. And I know they're older, but like if you don't have a Funko Pop, people I don't think people care that much about getting a picture signed.
Not like it was.
Like I don't have any. The only ones I have signed are I'm in it. It's a photo with me that I decided to get autographed. Because
I've had a few because I've collected autographs for probably like 12, 13 years, but lately it's all Funko Pops.
Yeah, it is. I mean, so it's I feel bad for these guys, but like it's just funny because like at New York Comic Con, Steve Burns was there from Blue's Clues. Dude, a buddy of mine wanted his autograph for his niece or something. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, I can jump in that line and get it. 3.5 hours. I'm like, are you kidding? My wife was like, are you nuts? And then I did what's his name? Is it SpongeBob?
Oh yeah,
SpongeBob. I can't remember his name right now. Same thing. It was like 2.5 hours for SpongeBob, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I just spent 6 hours for SpongeBob and Blue's Clues. And neither one was for me. It was for him. But
only because they have Funko Pops for him.
That's exactly right.
It was a photo.
No. It's funny. Yeah. Yeah, it's the world we live in, though. I mean, that's the nice thing about Funko. Like, I mean, new collectors, I don't know. Like, I just feel like the limited pieces is what make Funko what it is.
That was the kicker. It was always, the SDCC 1,000 pieces, and they're doing some now, but the ones they do are just so.
Yeah, and the same molds over and over again gets old too, even if it's a different color or like I have all the Batman chromes, but even that was like, okay, I got 8, I'm good. I don't need more Batman chromes, and thank God they don't do those anymore because it's overkill.
Look at overkill. Blacklight sells, make it all blacklight.
Yeah, they called Blacklight. They killed it. No, I don't even have any. I have one. I have the Freddy one from Fright Night. That's the only one I'm keeping. All my other Blacklights I got rid of. It's just overkill.
It is. That's what they do. They love it.
Yeah, I don't know what they need to do. I mean, the NFT things was pretty smart in my opinion. Um, we'll see how that goes into next year. And I mean, sometimes even that though, like they stop for what, a couple of weeks. Even that though, every 2 weeks, like it was kind of
Oh yeah.
special because it was like once every 3 or 4 weeks. Then all of a sudden, for like 2 months there, boom, 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 every 2 weeks you're dropping something.
It's like ever since August, it's like every 2 weeks, which gets it
Mhm.
gets pricey.
It does get pricey, especially if you go for the royalties.
And
Yeah,
now most people are sitting back and waiting, and they'll put the royalty together, a month later, 3 weeks later when it's cheaper, and then I think the Matrix sets the people that I talked to said we're just waiting and buying and waiting, and then next thing we're buying this one and that one for 30-40 bucks. He said
right.
it's better than buying packs.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It's $10 a pack, or 30 for
You're
15, and then I'm not guaranteed, but here's $35. I'm buying the legendary, and then I'll put the whole set together.
Yep, that's exactly right.
And he's like, I'm not sure I'll buy packs again.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I learned my. I should have learned my lesson with the horror set, the WB horror set, because I had such horrible luck. I ended up just buying the two I wanted, and well, actually, I think I only bought one, and then I collected the royalty on it. But yeah,
It's
I don't
tough.
know. It's interesting, and I mean, what do you think about the elf drop?
I'm curious how, when I saw that there were 6 redeemables, I'm like, man, I hope this isn't like because Elf should be like Jay and Silent Bob, a very small set,
Yeah.
not
So,
huge like this.
like, and again, I don't know, what the rights are and what license they have, but like, why not just do more Christmas than just Elf? Like, why? Like, they have Chevy Chase and all that. They have Christmas
They
Vacation.
obviously can do it. They
Like,
they come out with new stuff, so obviously have the ability to do it.
I mean, again, I don't know if it's like because
But
Elf is
we still have
Elf.
time to get that one. Elf could come out here, and then maybe the week of Christmas it could be National Lampoon.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know how it works because if it's different license, they can't blend them. I don't know. I mean, that probably has something to do with it, but it would have been nicer to have like more of that. I mean, they'd have Christmas Story pops. I don't know, just something different. I don't know.
You could have done the new Christmas Story movie. You could have done. You can do National Lampoon. Now, I don't know with NFT and pop what the difference is, but
Yeah.
I looked at the elves and I'm like, Mim Mim, cool. The Santa Claus guy or the Snowman guy, I like it. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I like them all except the Grail. The Grail I think is the most disappointing of all of them. It's like I wouldn't even want the Grail.
Yeah. I mean, the Jovi one's cool, but like, isn't there already a Jovi pop? I mean, I can't imagine there isn't. I mean, maybe there is.
I don't think there is. I think they just overdid it with. I think there is just the elf. There is
Okay.
just him.
It's just so, but see, that's the thing. Like, why not have like, I don't know, Papa Elf? Like, where's Papa Elf at? Like,
Yeah, you
like
do
why do you have to have 3 of Will Ferrell? Like, we already have a ton of variants of him. Like, there shouldn't have just made one. I mean, the Freddy one is fine. Freddy is Elf, fine.
I get that. Obviously, that's all right.
Yeah.
No worries like that. But yeah, you didn't need a Grail with him and the Penguin. I don't know how they're going to do the physical to see him sitting there eating the spaghetti.
I don't know.
And I think there's another one, and then there's Mim Mim, but you should have Papa Elf,
Mm-hmm.
and then Jovi. I get it.
Jovi's fine.
Too much. And
Yeah,
then whatever the snowman's name was, I was like,
yeah, that was another one, right? That isn't that one.
yeah, that's one.
I don't remember his name either. It's something that people didn't even know what was called.
Yeah. So I'm gonna gather with seeing that 6. I'm sure it's about an 18,500 each premium and standard. So it's gonna be
Like 36,000.
a good number of all these cards that are just gonna. I tell people, I said, listen, if you want to put the royalty together, just wait about a week to 2 weeks, and you'll put it together, especially with Elf and Matrix, for very cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, I was always surprised though that the Halloween Freddy drop. Man,
Well, that you kind of knew it was. I didn't think it was going to be as insane as it was, and I definitely didn't think the Reaper would be the price that is today.
That's crazy, and I don't know. Like it won't. I mean, I don't know what the epics are now. I haven't looked in a few weeks because I completed the set. But yeah, my last epic I bought. I mean, it was like $17. I'm like, oh, screw it. I was going to buy it, be done with it. I don't want to look at this anymore. because I kept looking and it was going up and down, up and down. I'm like, finally, I'm like 17, go, just do it. Because I don't know what it is now, but like sometimes I spend so much time looking at it, and I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna look until tomorrow. And then I'm looking an hour later.
You got to choose: are you playing the short game? Are you playing the quick game and do it all real quick, or are you going to play the long game and wait?
Yeah.
And then it could go up. More than likely, a lot of them they go down. Like Matrix blew me away. I thought the Matrix would be a lot more valuable and desirable than what it is. But
yeah, I mean, I got a couple packs just to see what happened. I didn't really care about collecting them, like, and it's funny you say that because like the Danny Grail, I'm kicking myself. I could have got it for 200 and now it's like double. I was kept waiting. I'm like, no, I'm gonna go down 175, and now all of a sudden it's like 400 again. I'm like, God, I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. I have 2 full sets except for that,
Yep.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but
it's a nice.
It's different, yeah.
And then it's like, obviously, I think they've increased the times because I think Freddy Halloween, I think they said you're not going to get the redeemables until Q4 of next year. So that's like October to December. Yeah, so I think that turns people off where it's like, I'm buying these Halloween ones with the hope that maybe by next September they're here, and it's possibly I might not even have them next Halloween.
Yeah, and that is the other issue that they need to fix. I don't understand. How are you dropping these physical cards, but how does it take months and months? Like if you already have a picture of it, then make it. Like people should not have to wait that long. It's ridiculous, honestly. And I don't know how long people are going to get tired of this game because like I'm so frustrated with the Transformers. Like my DC one just shipped, and that was supposed to be like 3 months after Transformers. And I know they said, some of them came damaged, blah blah blah, whatever. But they need to figure something out. They shouldn't have to wait 6, 7, 8 months for these. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, you would think they're already made. That it's already a set number. They make some extras for damage and
yeah,
I don't know.
And I know on the Drop the Score, I mentioned a couple times. I'm like, why don't you? If these are seriously not made, then why are you not updating the stickers to what they are? Like, I don't understand that either. Like,
that's what makes me think they are made, and we may never know.
See, that even makes me more mad because, like, why? So they're already made, but we have to wait. Like, it just doesn't make something doesn't make sense there.
And I don't know. Transformers and the one that just came out, the Nick, is it not Nick? The one with Popeye. It's like, okay, you had a lot of damaged.
Yeah.
What happened to all the ones that were damaged? Did you destroy them, or are they going to end up on the market? And who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
But you'll never know. I don't think anyone will ever talk about them.
So the Popeye is the last one that came out for people, right?
That's the last one that was delivered. Yep.
So did you get any of those?
I did get those. Yeah, they came good.
Did they come in protectors?
No.
Again, artist series. What? Why are we putting those in protectors, but we can't put these in there?
There is talk. I've heard that there's talk where they are talking about the possibility to put them in stacks, but charging people for it. So they're like, it's an option. We'll here's your redeemables. If you want to add a stack, it'll be whatever, $5, $8 per. It's a talk. Whether they do it, I don't know. But I've heard that it is something that they have talked about.
Even if you don't put in a stack, did they come in sorters?
They come. So like Scooby Doo came all together. So it was like the Grail, the soda mixed in with them, so it could still bounce around. Just like Funko Shop, it's the same sort of cheap little. The boxes are really flimsy.
Because the only physical I've gotten so far was I got one from Halloween Series 1. That's the only one I've gotten so far, and that did come in a sorter.
These are like their cardboard sorters that are all put together, so they can fit 2 or 3 all in one. So it's not.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Well, I mean, at least it's something, but
it's something. But they got cheap on the boxes. Yeah. They went to like a 2-ply U-line to now a very thin, like Walmart type box.
Or those great Amazon boxes.
It's along those lines, yes. So if it gets it gets stuck in a conveyor in UPS or wherever, and it gets crunched, it's crunching.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know. They need to do something though. Like even if they just put them in, like you can put them in. I mean, I don't know. I've never really seen the Funko soft protectors, but they can put them in there. I mean, yeah, put them in there and then put them in those bigger sorter box. I mean, I don't know. They could do it. It's just I don't know what the issue is.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, Mike Bugger doesn't want to talk about it. Every time I see him, I'm like, "Hey, Mike, when are we going to fix this NFT thing?" He's like, "How you doing?" He doesn't want to talk. Whatever.
He's almost like a figurehead anyway.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I know.
Well, we're about to that. Well, we're actually after the 11 o'clock time. So I'm going to let you take us out. Anything you want to tell people, leave them with? The floor is yours.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you having me on. Yeah, if you haven't checked out my channel, take a look. I'm on Instagram at Headless_Ned_Stark, Twitter, TikTok. You can find me at the same name. Let's see. I just dropped a video today about GalaxyCon Columbus, so you can check that out. See my interaction with Rosario. Tomorrow I'm actually live on Ryan Milky's channel. We're going to be breaking down episodes 1 and 2 of Willow. This week, Wednesday, I'll be doing a live 9 p.m. Eastern, doing episode 3 of Willow, like an instant reaction. And then I'm sure I'll be dropping a video here or 2 this week. I usually drop 1 or 2 a week with the lives. And next Sunday, then I'll be live back on my channel at 7 p.m. We just did. I had Ryan Milky and Lily of Fire on, and we talked about our top 10 favorite Game of Thrones characters. And next week, we're doing our 10 least favorite characters. Ooh. So there's some interesting debating going on today. Next week, I think it'll probably be even crazier because I think it'll be a little more, it's going to be a lot different, like as far as the characters go. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I got going on this week.
Awesome.
Oh, and then actually on Tuesday, I'm live on Headless Horseman. Or Headless Horseman, the 4 Horsemen.
The Horsemen of the Apocalypse, awesome.
Stable Clips. Yeah, so you can check me out on Stable Clips. I'll be on there with those guys on Tuesday. Oh, a busy week. I have about 5 lives in like 5 days. So my wife's like, "Wait, you're going on again tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Hey, weren't you just on for an hour and a half?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not going to go on for another hour and a half." She's like, "You're crazy. I'm going to bed."
That's what happens.
I know. I mean, it is what it is, man. I enjoy it. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I tell people. It's always fun. You just got to enjoy it. The day it becomes not enjoyable is the day, it's over.
Yeah, I meet a lot of cool people. I mean, over the last couple of months, I've met so many people, and even at cons, and it's so funny. When I got Hayden Christensen's autograph back in I think it was 2019 before COVID. And when I started making the channel and stuff, a few months ago, I got the guy subscribed to my channel, and he made a comment saying, "Hey, I met you in line when you're because he recognized me because whatever." But he's like, "Yeah, I met you in line. When we had to sit down and wait for Hayden to come. When we had to wait 3 hours, and we were talking. So it's funny. It's pretty cool." So.
Oh yeah, you meet a lot of great people.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man.
Well, on that note, everyone, have a wonderful weekend. Be well, be safe. Make sure to check out the lives this week and the Horseman on Tuesday. That should be a good show.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. I'll be 3 more days in a row still. Yeah. Somewhere you can find me.
On that note, guys, be well, be safe. Have a wonderful week. We will see you next Sunday.
See you guys.